The primordial deities in Greek mythology represent the original forces and elements that existed before the Olympian gods like Zeus or Poseidon. They embody the fundamental components of the universe. Here's a breakdown of the main primordial deities. Ether. God of the upper sky, light, and air. Ether personified the bright, pure air breathed by the gods in the heavens, as opposed to the lower air, that mortals breathed. He was often considered a symbol of light and was associated with the clear blue sky above the clouds. Ether represents the upper atmosphere, a place of divine purity and light. Ananke. Goddess of necessity, fate, and inevitability. Ananke was the personification of necessity and compulsion. She is often depicted entwined with her consort, Kronos, time, and together, they represent the forces of fate and the inescapable flow of time. Ananke symbolizes destiny and fate, powers that even the gods must obey. Chaos. Primordial void or nothingness. Chaos was the formless void from which everything emerged. It existed before the creation of the universe and was the first principle from which other primordial beings arose, such as Gaia, Earth, and Eros, love. Chaos represents the state of disorder that preceded the creation of the cosmos. Erebus. God of darkness and shadow. Erebus personified deep darkness and shadow, specifically the gloom of the underworld. He emerged from chaos and often symbolized the mysterious and impenetrable regions of the world. Erebus embodies the darkness of the underworld and the shadowy parts of existence. Eros. God of love and procreation. Eros, as a primordial deity, is the force of love and attraction that brought order to the universe by binding all things together. This primordial version of Eros is different from the later winged Cupid-like figure known in Roman mythology. Eros represents the binding force of love that drove creation and procreation in the universe. Gaia. Goddess of the earth. Gaia, also known as Mother Earth, was the personification of the earth itself and the mother of many gods and titans, including Uranus, Sky, and the Titans. She was both the earth and the primal force of fertility and growth. Gaia is the literal and figurative source of life, nurturing all living things. Hemera. Goddess of day. Hemera personified the daylight and was the daughter of Erebus, the darkness, and Nyx, the night. She symbolized the daylight that dispelled the night. Hemera is the embodiment of the bright, clear day that follows night. Nyx. Goddess of the night. Nyx was the personification of night and one of the most powerful primordial deities. She gave birth to numerous other deities, including Hypnos, the sleep, and Thanatos, the death. Even Zeus was said to fear her. Nyx embodies the mysteries and power of the night, representing the unseen and hidden aspects of existence. Ourea. Gods of the mountains. The Ourea were the personifications of mountains and were born from Gaia without a father. Each mountain had its own Ourea deity. The Ourea represent the permanence and stability of the mountains, seen as ancient and immovable parts of the earth. Phanes. God of creation and life. Phanes is a complex deity associated with the creation of life and the universe. In some accounts, he emerged from an egg and was responsible for bringing light into the world. Phanes symbolizes the first light and the creative force that gave birth to the cosmos. Pontus. God of the sea. Pontus was the personification of the sea and one of the oldest sea deities, born from Gaia. He fathered many of the sea creatures and deities, including Nereus and Ceto. Pontus represents the primordial power of the sea before Poseidon's reign over the oceans. Tartarus. Primordial deity of the abyss and underworld. Tartarus personified the deep abyss that lay far below even the underworld, where the Titans were imprisoned. It was a place of darkness and punishment. Tartarus represents the chaotic, dark depths of the earth and the underworld. Uranus. God of the sky. Uranus, also known as Ourea, was the personification of the sky and the consort of Gaia, the earth. Together, they fathered the Titans, the Cyclopes, and other primordial beings. He was later overthrown by his son, Cronus. Uranus represents the heavens and is the first ruler of the universe in the Greek mythological tradition. The primordial deities are the foundational elements of the universe in Greek mythology. They represent the cosmos's building blocks: earth, sky, sea, night, and day, forming the framework upon which later gods, such as the Olympians, would rule. Their existence reflects the ancient Greeks' understanding of the natural world and its origins.